All right, last season didn't end the way you wanted it to, especially due to the number of injuries, but a lot of guys got a lot of experience that otherwise may not have. How do you think that experience will help in the 2019 team, now that you guys got some key veterans returning to the field?
We did have a lot of injuries last year, and that did give guys opportunity to gain experience, I think, to make their collegiate debut and let the nerves kind of work through their system. So I think when they do get in the game this year, maybe as sophomores or juniors, that they're going to allow their physical ability to really, I think, step forward and show what they can do. So we did learn from last year that we probably have to be a little bit more prepared, maybe even in our younger classes, and that we have to pay a little bit more attention to making sure we stay healthy throughout the course of the year.
All right, how eager are seniors Alex Ferguson and Tyler Wojciechowski to get back on the field after missing significant time in 2018?
That was a huge factor, I think, into us maybe not performing well late in the season last year. Those guys definitely are chomping at the bit to leave their senior year on a high note, and they want to be leaders with this year's team, and I think that's going to be extra special for them to stay healthy and allow their physical talents really be leadership in between the lines.
All right, and you've been practicing for nearly 2 months now. What's been the main focus for this team while preparing for the 2019 campaign?
Move on from a mistake. I think that's something that was a glaring deficiency maybe last year, is the mental approach. We maybe hung on to too many mistakes when they happened, and that snowballed, I think, not just from one game, but through the back third of the season. So moving on mentally approach, and then ultimately getting physically stronger and staying in tune to injury reduction or eliminating injuries throughout the year. So their physical preparation, I think, has been much improved from maybe previous off seasons.
All right, and this season for you is starting a little bit later, and you'll have a more condensed schedule than maybe you're more used to. What kinds of challenges does that present, especially in terms of keeping players fresh for the entire season?
We're going to have to play more guys, and I think we're going to start that out in Florida, where we're going to cycle guys through and show our depth and get guys exposed early on to the college level. So hopefully that pays dividends so that no one's getting extremely overworked and wore out, and so hopefully that performance will ring true, from one game to the next. As far as our production will be better throughout by playing a lot more games. But the condensed schedule forces maybe our pitching staff to carry a little bit more of the load as far as the depth overall. We're probably going to be pitching more of our maybe back end guys from a depth chart standpoint than other programs that maybe space their games out a little bit more early in the year. But we think that's part of our program, that part of our expertise, that we want to develop guys. And it forces us to develop the younger players early on in the process. So over the course of the year, it should allow us to be fresher at the end and maybe have a little bit more depth than maybe other years that forces us to play the early season games.
All right, now after you get back from Florida, conference play starts. Especially in the NSIC, what's your outlook for the 2019 season, and how ready are you guys to get outside?
It's going to be extremely competitive. I think we saw that last year, that maybe the teams historically that have been at the bottom have been able to kind of flip the script and finish towards the top. I think Minot State last year finished first in the regular season, and they were a team that I don't think very many people expected to be maybe even in the top half. So it shows that anyone can get it done and perform at a high level, and knowing that we have a lot of games condensed, I think teams that get hot have really a benefit to riding that into the postseason play. Excited to get outside. Yeah, anyone in the upper Midwest can look outside and see 3 feet of snow, maybe even taller snow drifts. To know that us being able to take a trip down to Florida here starting tomorrow is going to be a huge benefit to our baseball program and getting our season off on the right foot.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck this week.
Thank you.